All right, we're on the air. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Afterlife with Nasser, episode 4. The first 3 episodes have been awesome. They've all been successes. So here's to episode number 4. I hope this one's just as good. We've got a few topics lined up. Um, I've invited a couple guests on. I invited Ethan and Malin Militia, and Hail Caesar, and hopefully we can get one or both of those dudes on today. Hopefully. We've got a few things to look at here. And let's see how many people are watching. We've got about 5 people in here right now, guys. Hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you prefer. Share out the link and let's get some more people in here. Of course, I do got a shill for the Eternity Trilogy on Amazon. Go ahead and grab your copies of the Eternity Trilogy. Also grab a copy of the Eclipse Theater and a copy of Duality. I have 5 books on Amazon and Kindle. Links are all down in the description. That link right there that will just take you down to the trilogy. So go ahead and check that out, guys. Cool. We're getting a few more people in here. We've gone up a couple more viewers, guys. We've got a few topics lined up. Everybody go let Ethan and Malin know that you want them back on the channel, guys, because I sent them the links, but I've sent them each the link, but I don't know if they'll want to come by. But hopefully we could get them by, guys. Go tweet at them, message them, harass them, let them know that we want them on here. Bring me Ethan and John. Bring them to me. I guess it's my turn to say it, but yeah, guys. Hopefully we could get Ethan and John on here. They both have the link, so that'd be cool to get them on here. I also sent the link to Art T Bear. We'll see if he wants to come by. It's been a long time since I've streamed with Art T Bear. Like streaming with Ethan and Malin was the first time in a long time, but especially like Art T Bear, like, oh boy, I have not spoken to that dude in a while. So maybe we could get him to come by. I hope you guys have all been having a good day. I've been having a pretty good day, you guys. I finished writing a novel called The Haunting of Angstrom House. Finished writing that novel. Tomorrow I'll probably start another novel before work. We'll see how it goes. But I finished a novel today, probably going to start a second one, or maybe I'll write a comic book script. I don't know. I should maybe write a script. It's been a while since I did a script, and I kind of want to write one for Jim O'Reilly. I want to see because me and him we've I've sent him a few scripts before, but we never really settled on anything. And I really love Jim's art, so maybe I'll write him another script. Jim sometimes tunes in here, so maybe he's listening. Jim, if you're listening. Then let me know. Maybe we'll get to work on something. But yeah, so tomorrow either I'll start a comic book script or I'll start another novel. But I finished up a novel today, The Haunting of Angstrom House. It's exactly what it sounds like. Haunted house novel that I finished writing this morning. All day I've been reading or watching YouTube, watching interviews. I love watching interviews. I've been watching David Cronenberg interviews and some David Lynch interviews. So that's what I did with most of my day, and of course, ate a lot. Mom made tacos today, so I've been eating a lot of tacos today. But it's been a really solid day. Had a really good day off. Tomorrow, I have work, and I don't really want to go to work at all. But we got to do what we got to do. So tomorrow, got to get up and then go to work. Of course, after I write, I wake up early and then write. So got to get up, write, and then unfortunately go to work. And I only say unfortunately because it just really takes you out of rhythm when you're writing, and then you realize you've only got a certain amount of time left before you gotta head out of here. So usually when I wake up, I wake up, I check my phone, I drink water, and then I come down here and write. And then it's not till I'm done writing that I actually eat. So I write as much as I can in the morning, then eat something really quick, then I leave for work. So that's like my schedule for tomorrow, which it really does throw me out of whack though, because then I'm like writing, sometimes you get into the groove and you're really happy with where it's going, and then you look down at the clock and you realize, I gotta leave the house in half an hour. And so, you start to slow down. You got to put the computer away. You got to eat and then make sure you grab all your things for work. And so it's, I don't know, it's pretty whack, but at least I do have some time to write in the morning. And then of course I have the rest of the day after work. But, when you get off of work and you come home, you just want to chill, like you're tired from work and then, you just want to chill, watch YouTube. You want to do a stream, maybe you get an invite. Although these days I don't get many invites, but, maybe you get an invite, or maybe, you want to watch something on YouTube, or maybe you want to do your own stream. And so you get home from work and then you get a little distracted, and I don't know. But I've been doing a good job, though, at not getting too distracted. When I finished that novel this morning, I wrote 45,000 words, or no, 55,000 words, and which meant I was 10,000 words ahead, because I write 3,000 words a day. So by this point, I should have been at 45,000, but I was at 55,000. So I finished a novel today, and I was 10,000 words ahead of where I typically would be at this point, because my goal is 3,000 words a day, but sometimes I write extra. I know early on I had a day where I wrote 7,000 words, and then the next day I wrote 6,000. So it's been a pretty solid, I don't know, I think I wrote it in about 2 weeks. However long October 25th till now that's how long it took me to write this draft. So but let me see what else is going on with you guys. We got 13 people in here. Hit the thumbs up or thumbs down. Share out the link. Let's get some more people in here. Let's see. We got Cameron Scott in here. Says, Solomon, how many more Mondays must I endure until I'm let into eternity? That is a great question. And you guys must buy the Eternity trilogy to find out. Also, leave a review if you haven't already. That really helps. And I would love to get a review on Locked Coffins, the conclusion to the trilogy, my newest book that I released. It doesn't have any reviews yet, and I'd love to get one. But nice to see you in here, Cameron Scott. We've also got a Superfly Ghost. Hey, Nasser, says Superfly Ghost with his hand forming into the rock symbol. Nice to see you here, dude. We've got Skinny in the chat. Hello, dude. Let's see. That's the same type of schedule that Stephen Pressfield does early to rise right into writing. Yeah, I wake up really early, and then I begin writing, and then I got to leave to work. I'd invite you, just always assume you'd be busy. Well, it depends what time. It really does depend what time. And writing always comes first. I don't do anything until I hit my writing goal. I hope you guys understand this. Like, on my off days, I do not even eat anything until I've hit my goal. So I don't do anything really besides drink water until I've hit my writing goal. I might take, a quick 5-minute Twitter break here and there before I hit the goal, but typically I don't watch any YouTube, don't read anything, don't eat, don't do anything until I've written at least 3,000 words. So I don't know, unless I'm just like dying of hunger as soon as I wake up, then I might eat something. But typically it's wake up, drink water, come down here and write. But nice to see you in the chat, Skinny. Lorenzo says, I don't think the Cherries even exist anymore. Yeah, but this is the official denouncing Cherries stream. So I would I would love to have Ethan and Malin on here as I denounce the Cherries. But I don't know where either one is. Let me see if they've seen the link yet. Okay, it doesn't look like Malin has seen it yet. And as far as Ethan, his messages never say seen for some reason. Even when he replies to me, they just never say seen. They always just say sent. Even after he replies, it never changes to seen. So I have no clue when Ethan actually sees my messages. So I don't know if Ethan saw it. Malin hasn't seen it yet. But Malin Militia. Let's see if we can get Malin on here. And RT Bear, has he seen it? No, RT Bear hasn't seen it. Those are the only 3 I invited on here. We'll see. We'll see if they could come by. But I would love it if they came by, because it's officially time to denounce the Cherries. Yeah, bring me Ethan and Malin, right? Bring me Ethan. Bring me John. Bring him to me. I'm officially Liam now. Let's see. Read The Art of War by Stephen Pressfield Nasser. Inspiring stuff for creators. Oh wait, did I say The Art of War? I meant The War of Art. But The War of Art. Interesting. I will definitely check it out, dude. Bring them to me as my notification sound. Maybe I should pull that up. Hold on, let me put my charger back in. There we go. Maybe I should pull up the Liam video. I didn't save the link. I know it was over on BitChute. I could probably find it if I go to BitChute and search it. But I should, if anybody has like the timestamp to that BitChute video, like let me know so we could just play it. Or if any of you have just have that clip like in a tweet, just send it to me on Twitter, so I could play it. I would love to play the the bring me Ethan, bring me John clip. Let's see. Hello, my pickles. Hello, comic book or comwonic book. Nice to see you here. Malin Militia. Heck yeah. Um, are you really denouncing Cherry? Absolutely. Let's see. I'm okay denouncing the Cherries. That dude turned out to be nuttier than Squirrel. Shit. Yes, yes, yes. He did turn out to be nuttier than that. Jim O'Reilly, I was just talking about you earlier. Jim O'Reilly says, Captain Kangaroo says, bring them to me now, then kick Nasser. Jim O'Reilly, I must add, got robbed with the Graveyard Shift art competition. I was watching Malin's stream, and there were plenty of great artists that had some entries, and all the ones that won the top 3 spots were great, but I thought Jim should have been number 1. Jim O'Reilly really should have been number 1. Randy Siplin says, we need Liam versus Nasser stream. That we do. I mean, I guess. I mean, if you guys want it, because I've had a lot of people say it. We need the Liam versus Nasser stream. I think I'd be down. It'd be really funny though, because I'd be like, hey, how you guys doing? And then he would just start screaming like at the top of his lungs. Like, that dude is extremely deranged. He's extremely deranged. I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe we should look at the clip of him again, but I don't know. Let's see. I don't know who has it, or I know who has it, but I don't know the stamp. I uploaded the clip I used for the notification sound. Let's see. No, they all deserve their spots. Great work. Yeah, they were all great, but Jim, I think you should have had the top spot. Let's see. Yes, we need that to happen. Oh boy, talking about the Nasser versus Liam stream. I think it could happen. I don't know. Somebody just has to ask Liam. And then we just need to figure out a time. He went celibate for CG. That is funny, Skinny. I'm posting the link again here for the Eternity trilogy, so go check that out, you guys. Right there, where there's a link. I do have a few things to look at. It would just be really funnier and cooler if we had Ethan and Malin in here. I don't know if they're gonna stop by. His words, not mine. Did he really say that? You know what? I think I do remember somebody telling me that, saying that Liam said something like he supposedly put off having a family for 2 years to be part of CG or something. I think I do know what you're talking about. I think I remember that now. But it's really funny. All right, guys. Before we get to denouncing Cherry, I'm going to share my screen, and here we go. There we go. The screen is shared, and we will come over here to do just a little shilling, or I guess this is more awareness. It's not quite shilling because the Indiegogo isn't launched yet, but this is Asile, written by me and drawn by Vic King, and it's about a woman who's hunted by Dracula in an insane asylum. It's as wild as it sounds, as wild as it looks. German Expressionism is a real big influence on this book, and you could really see it in the background here, how everything looks pretty contorted, distorted, sort of out of whack, I guess. Everything looks pretty strange in this book, and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari was my big influence on this comic that I wrote, and as well as this lost film called Dracula's Death, which there's no script for it, and the movie doesn't exist anymore. It's lost. But Dracula's Death was about a woman hunted by Dracula in an insane asylum, but it doesn't exist anymore. We don't quite know what happened in it. We just have the movie poster and one still image remaining from the movie from over 100 years ago. And so that movie's completely lost. And that sort of annoyed me. I'm like, well, I want to see a lady hunted by Dracula in an insane asylum. So I went ahead and I wrote this book because I wanted to know what that would be like. And, the story it really felt to me like it would benefit from the German Expressionism. And if it were something really strange, really trippy, like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So that's where this book came from. That's how I got the idea. and I wrote it and sent it over to Vic because we were talking about working together, and he really liked it too. And so this is the cover. We should be getting in some pages soon. Oh, sweet, a super chat. Let me stop the screen stop screen sharing real quick. Let's see. We've got Eddie Dingle for $5. Puts skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. Thanks, dude. Let me see what else people are saying. Oh, hon, I see it. Here we go. I want to color that so bad. Let Superfly Ghost color that. Yeah, sure. Let me. I need to get a proper scan of it first. That's just like, let me share my screen again, actually, so you guys can take a look at it. I just need to get the proper scan of it because right now this is just like a picture that Vic took. This isn't the scan of it yet, so you can't really color this right here. I mean, I guess you technically could, but it's not going to look as good as it would on the scan. But he should be getting me a scan of it along with some pages pretty soon. So once he gets this scanned, then I will send you the file and you could color it. But yeah, guys, Asile should be launching sometime this month. Just waiting to get these pages in, waiting to get some scans in. Skinny in the chat is also going to be lettering it. Hello, Flying Saucer. Hello, Ichthus. Nice to see you here, everybody. Nice to see you here. But I guess we will get a little more into things here. With okay, this is going to be a really gold one. This isn't soon. We'll denounce Midnight Cherry in just a few minutes here. But I thought this was a pretty funny interaction on here on Kiwi Farms. Like, it goes back for a while. The best part is towards the end though, but it basically just starts with Ethan here showing these lovely, these marvelous PVC toys here. Let's see. Of course, it wants to take forever to load when I click on it, but he's got these really cool images here. He's posted of Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. And so I replied to that, just saying that I love this. Nobody makes PVC toys like Ethan. Hail the human sunbeam. And so it began a bit of a back and forth here with me and Ethan and brother Maynard. I don't know exactly. Probably Maynard is probably how you say it. I don't know. I've never heard of this word. But he gets really mad here, and Ethan says, a lot of anger directed at Nasser, and he is fooling us. We're happy to welcome him back, whether he's actually back or just effing with us. Well, trust me, Ethan, I'm not effing with you. I'm actually back. So thank you for welcoming me back. But then it oh, and I said Caesar is merciful. But then this dude starts saying how he's not mad, and how he's saying to Ethan, nothing about your show is sincere, so no one should expect your dancing monkeys to be sincere either. And I say, I am the least insincere person in this room, which is true. I am the least insincere person in this room. And so the guy just keeps going on calling me a dancing monkey, and saying how nobody cares. Like he says right here, anyone besides Liam actually gives a rat's ASS that Nasser is back in CG. It's not exactly a paradigm shift, a paradigm shift. It's Nasser. Everyone cares. This is huge, is what I said. Then this is the whole point of this here is this very sweet comment from Caesar. Hail, Ethan says, you clearly care. If you didn't care, you just sit back and observe for the lulls. Instead, you're trying to influence Nasser by calling him a monkey. Only I get to do that. And yes, Ethan's absolutely right. Only Ethan gets to call me a monkey. Let me stop screen sharing here. Sweet. We got some more people in here that I'm excited to see the denouncement of the Cherries. 25 people in here, guys. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you prefer. Share out the link. One more time, I'm putting the link to the Eternity Trilogy here in the chat. And people I'm excited to see this are right here. We've got Vic King, the artist of Asile, which we looked at a few minutes ago. Says cherry greater than sour grape with a thinking emoji. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think the sour grape is greater than cherry. Yeah, I almost said it's up for debate, but it's really not. It's not debatable. Let's see. And we got Mr. Dongs, of course, from the farms. Nice to see you here, Mr. Dongs. Of course, Mr. Dongs is the absolute GOAT. So love to see you here, Mr. Dongs. Oh, let's see. Skinny's talking about the coin fiasco. Uh, Eddie says, I don't buy coins, I buy good comics. And he really liked Stardust. Well, thank you, dude. Thank you. Um, but let me share my screen. And then okay, now here's the official denouncement of the Cherries, though. Here's what we've all been waiting 20 minutes and 8 seconds for. So this right here is the comment section from the very first Afterlife with Nasser. And it was me and Vic for an hour and 10 minutes just talking about Asile, of course. Like I said, our book here, Asile, this is the cover right here, launching this month, I believe. Just waiting on you, Vic. Turn in those scans. But here we go with from 3 days ago. Cherry comments, the thing about Vic King is that he constantly lied about me and others for years. Seeing you both fail as part of CG will be pretty funny. I'll have to check back next year to see how bad it went. Now, maybe I should try and use a soy voice. The thing about Vic King is that he constantly lied about me and others for years. Seeing you both fail as part of CG will be pretty funny. I'll have to check back next year to see how bad it went. Okay, so first he starts throwing out accusations about Vic. Like, that's the thing about Cherry is he's always told me like, oh, Vic's such a bad guy. He's a liar. But I don't know what he's saying that Vic lied about. Vic's always I don't know. He's always been a good dude. He's always retweeted me and helped me share my books, and he's a very good artist. And I just don't know what this is exactly in reference to. That Vic King constantly lied about me and others for years. This is the thing. Like me and Vic, if you want to get on here, let me stop screen sharing real quick. I'm gonna get you on here, Vic. Let me get the link copied and open up Twitter real quick. Sorry, guys. We'll get back to denouncing the Cherries because this is a denouncement, straight up. But let me get Vic the link here, and if he wants to come by, now you have the link, Vic. So if you want to come by, feel free. But the thing about Vic is like I've really always seen him stay out of drama, and me and Vic recently. We had each other blocked for a while. Recently, we unblocked each other and came to the conclusion that we just didn't want any beef with anyone. We didn't want any problems or anything. We just wanted to be cool with everybody. And I've only known Vic to already be doing that. Me and Vic had a bit of an argument, like I don't know, like a year ago, but it was dumb. I can't even remember what it was over. Like I think outside of my argument with Vic, I've really just seen him stay out of drama, stay out of any problems, any arguments. He's always been chill, and I don't know what Cherry thinks he lied about, but I mean, I'm open to Cherry telling me, but I mean, this is a full denouncement. Okay, here we go with we got Vic here. How's it going, Vic?
Hey, all right. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm curious now. What does Cherry think you
All
lied
right.
about?
So here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna lie. I was in deep in all the mix of all the different well, not all the different drama points of disputes with between CG and the Cherries. But here's the thing that I always did, right? I always tried to call for peace.
Yeah, like I don't really remember seeing you like fighting with any of these people. I've always seen you be the guy that your replies are all like, "Well, can't we all just get along?"
Yeah, mostly, but I would call out their bad actions. So they would point out something bad that somebody in CG would say, and I would point out, well, you're doing the same thing. You're saying this or you're saying that, which is equally as bad, if not worse. And so I wound up becoming. At first, they started calling me a water boy, carrying water buckets for Comicsgate. Then it was I was carrying water buckets for War Campaign, and then it was for 2 years in a row. I was, and pardon me, Vicky, but you did, if you're watching, you did give me this honor. She designated me as being the #1 CG Spurg
Oh, the
to
number
your
one
point.
CG Spurg. That's the best they could come up with. You notice the cherries can't meme.
No,
They
I
have
know.
no good insults. Like, give us something good. And Ethan, hail Ethan. He's in the chat. Says hail Nasser. Hail chat. Ethan, you could come on here, man, if you want to. Because I'm denouncing the cherries, and it'll be better with you on stream. Because we have a deranged comment that me and Vic got from Midnight Cherry that I just want to laugh at because he's really dumb. But I don't know. You could chill in the chat if you want. I'd like to get you on the stream, Ethan. But oh man, the number one Spurg. Like, what kind of joke is that? Vicky says, "Hello, Nasser. Sorry, I'm late, but eating was too important. It's fine. We went on just fine without you, Vicky." But anyway, you could go on, Vic.
Vicky says in the chat, the people gave you that title.
What people? All five of you?
Yeah. She was the one who put it out. Now, I will say, somebody that I used to get into the mix with, heavily was Rumble Terrier, but he was quite rude to me, and I was quite rude back to him. So, there's no love lost there between me, Cherry, and Rumble Terrier at all. We did mix it up quite a bit. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we've got Ethan says I've got my family down in the studio, can't really stream, but I'm watching. Well, awesome. Thank you for watching us, Ethan. Now, but Vic, not to cut you off there, but I do want to get to the denouncement. So let me share my screen
yeah,
again so we could. So like I'm gonna go back here to this comment right here from Cherry. The thing about Vic King, I'm trying to do a good sort of voice. The thing about Vic King is that he constantly lied about me and others for years. Seeing you both fail as part of CG will be pretty funny. I'll have to check back next year to see how bad it went. Cherry, he's like, oh, you're going to fail as part of CG. Bro, I failed outside of CG. Why would I stay outside of CG just for you and the Cherries to give me, 12 retweets? That's all I was ever going to get from you guys. Like, he's acting like they're actually going to fund books. They don't fund books. They don't promote them. They don't care about my books. All I'd get from this dude and any Cherries is like 12 retweets. Like, that's all I was going to get from these dudes. And like, he sees this as some sort of betrayal because
well,
oh, go on.
that's like the real world truth, Nasser, right? And that's empirically proven that when you were with Comicsgate, you were successful. When you left Comicsgate, you weren't as successful. So empirically, the data shows that
Right. That CG's the ones that fund the books.
He's full of shit, you know?
Right, and he's mad, like him and like Doug, like they're like unreasonably mad. Like, how dare you do what's best for you? How dare I do what's best for me? This is what's best for me, and they're acting like I'm sort of like, I don't know. Like Doug's like, oh no, I gotta block you because you're CG now. Like, what did I ever do to him? I even said like when I think it was Malin said, the first 6 months we're just gonna have you make fun of Doug and Mike, and I said, I don't want to make fun of anybody. I don't want to have any problems with anyone, and I said that, and Doug acts like I'm out here just like dragging his name through the mud. Like and just Cherry, his deranged comment, like, I'm gonna have to check back in a year. Cherry checks this stuff every like 2 minutes. Like, he just can't get enough of it. Like, I guarantee you he's watching right now, and if he's not watching right now, I guarantee you he's gonna replay this. He's gonna freak out. Like, he just loves getting mad about this stuff. I guarantee you he still watches Ethan's channel and like all these other channels, and he's just gonna spurg about everything. Like, there have been times like since I left and I didn't keep up with the drama where he like texts me like he'll text me out the blue. He's like, oh hey man, you see this new drama? I'm like, no, I left. I don't really watch any of these channels anymore. And he's like, oh well, you should see like what this guy said. I'm like, I don't care what this guy said. We're gonna forget about it in a month. And he would like only just like reappear just to text me about drama.
That's kind of the thing is right, is like, okay, so there were beefs. So and this is like what I was trying to say before to the last couple times I was on with you. Um, to, anybody that's anti-CG, it's like, okay, so you had your beefs, you expressed your dislike or your issues or your problem, but why does it have to be a crusade? You can just
Right.
say, I don't like the way that this person did their business. I don't like the way that this person is handling that, and your voice is still heard, but you're not alienating everybody else that's in that community, which happens to be a pretty large. It is got to be the largest, most focused group within indie comics. You're not going to find anything like it in the indie scene. There's nothing like CG in the indie part of the comic book industry. There just isn't. And why
Yeah,
would
there's
you?
not. There's not a better place to be in indie comics. There's just not. Books get funded here. And there's a few chats I want to read here. Well, let me read this one first. Cameron Scott says, I don't even know who Midnight Cherry is. That must be nice. That must be really nice. Cult Film Video says, you obviously always cared about EVS and Malin. Anyone asking you to hold a lifelong vendetta isn't really your friend. Yeah, I think so too. I think it was really strange. Like that Doug is like, hey, just calling to let you know I blocked you because Ethan called me a dirtworm on your stream and you didn't stick up for me. First of all, how many times have I stuck up for Doug before? I've stuck up for him before quite a few times. And he hasn't stuck up for me once about Brutus. He's the one that on our phone call, he's like, why are you trying to get help? Why are you kissing the ring to get help, with Donald? Like, it's only $5,000. Like, that's nothing. And like, who says that to somebody? Ethan says, but Doug is a dirtworm. Yeah, maybe, maybe he is. I shouldn't have defended him if he was gonna, treat me like this. If he was just gonna, just block me and go crazy, throw this tantrum just because I'm doing what's best for me.
His,
Being
his
comic skates what's best for me. It's what's best for everybody.
Doug does what's best for him, right? He's proven that time and time again, and he's proven that he, like, being associated with him, to help and support him hasn't helped anybody that went along with him. Like, he didn't. I hate to, because I really like Jerkmonger. I think he's
Yeah.
great, but Doug did nothing to help that artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Doug doesn't, I don't know why he doesn't help out at the very least Elliot, because Elliot's the one drawing his book. But like, first of all, he doesn't usually promote indie books. Second of all, he dumped everything on Elliot and then just doesn't mention the book, doesn't promote it, doesn't help him out, never says, hey, let me draw a few of the pages. Like, what's happening with that book? You know how late it is? I think it's over a year late by this point. I mean, they launched it in 2018, or it could have been early 2019. It was either like late 2018, early 2019. Like, it's been a long time since they launched that thing, and there's no reason it should be so late.
That said, I mean, that's also on. That said, that's also on Elliot, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not just on Doug for that book; it's on both of them. But at the very least, like, Doug could help out. Doug could, do a few pages. He could hire someone to do some pages. He's got the money. He hired someone to do a few pages of Earthworm Jim, I think it was. I think somebody did like 20 or 30 pages somewhere in the middle, I think. He's definitely hired people before, and I mean, he's made a lot of money. I'm sure he could get this book, finished. It is, a lot of it's on Elliot just for not drawing, which, yes, he's not drawing it. The only reason the book is this late is because you're not drawing it. And I just don't understand why he's, like, I'll open up Instagram or a YouTube show and I'll see him drawing like, oh, I'm drawing fan art of Spider-Man. I'm like, why are you doing this instead of your late book? Like, if I was late on a product, I'd be doing nothing but working on that. Also, a couple chats here I want to read. Ethan says, Doug was using you as a weapon against me. He wasn't your friend. I think I believe that. If this is how Doug's going to act, yeah, I don't think he was my friend. I think Ethan's right here. And Mr. Dong says, so Nasser, are you going to put a cherry in your Twitter handle again? No way. I've also had a frog emoji in my handle for like a year and nobody's ever said anything about it. Like, look back at like any screenshots of my tweets from the past year. Like, I think, yeah, let me share screen again so we can look at the beautiful art you've done for Asile, which coming soon, guys. Just waiting on some scans from Vic, but like here, look up at the handle. It's got a frog, and then it's got a ghost, a zombie, a pumpkin, and it's been like that for like a year. Nobody has ever said anything about the frog. It's there's been a frog there for a while, but guys, this is Asile right here. A woman is hunted by Dracula in an insane asylum. It's a fantastic book, and you guys are all gonna love it. And Vic's he's turning in some new scans pretty soon. I think he said by tomorrow he's going to turn some in. So we're going to be launching this thing pretty soon. We're almost entirely ready to launch. Of course, I need the scans, need to put them on the campaign, and just need to do a few finishing touches with like the about section at the bottom and some of our other links to put onto the campaign. But other than that, we're pretty much done. We've done some accounting. We've looked into some things we could offer on the campaign, some stickers, some patches, some trading cards, whatnot. So we're getting really close here to launching this book, Asile. But let me
we got Jim O'Reilly. He's going to be doing a trading
card.
Yeah.
Jim's he's going to be doing a trading card for us. I sent Jim the script, and I don't know if he's read it yet, but I sent it to him yesterday, and he's going to be doing our trading card. Maybe we'll even have another trading card. I've even turned fan art pieces into, I think 2 of my trading cards on Trixie were fan art pieces. So if anyone does want to do any like fan art or something, like, who knows, maybe it'll get turned into a trading card. Yeah, Cameron Scott says, I've asked Elliot a few times about Doomkicker, and he keeps saying he will have an update soon, but the update never comes. Yeah, he's not drawing it. That's the only reason it's late, and he might have, I don't know. I don't want to throw accusations out at him, but I wouldn't doubt it if like money has been spent. Because he's just had it for so long, and he has bills and like what I don't know. I assume he was at least gonna get part of it. So I don't know if he spent part of it, spent a little more. I don't know. I think that's what a lot of people do, and I mean I feel a little bad throwing that accusation out there, but we've seen it before with Donald, with Critias, and with others where they're just like, well, I don't have any money left. I don't know. I really hope Doomkicker comes out. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I really hope that he's able to finish the book, that people get it. Let's see. Ethan says, where's your other artist, Jason Nasser? Where is he? I mean, I didn't send him the link, but I was just streaming with him a few days ago. He's still working on pages for Secret Comics Presents. We haven't got really far. I think we're like halfway through with pencils and inks, which it's 20 or 22. No, I think it's 20 pages. And so I think we've got about like 10 pages penciled and inked. But production's been pretty slow because he's doing his paid work first, and I really need to save up to pay him for more pages. It's really tough because there's quite a few artists that I want to work with, but I just don't make enough to pay all the rates. But hopefully that book will be relaunching soon. I'm hoping by early next year. But let's see. Bullet says, I'm just glad there aren't any pizza emojis in your name. Alrighty then. See, Doug ignored the frog in your handle, and now you flipped. Sloppy opsec? What? I don't know what sloppy opsec means. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw, but earlier Superfly Ghost, who's a really good artist, he sent me some of his work on Twitter. He says, Vic, I'd like to color your work, and I don't know if you saw, but earlier he was asking that too when I shared the screen right before you came on here when I was showing Asile off. He wants to color the cover, so I've actually had a few people message me about coloring the cover. Maybe we'll have like a coloring contest for maybe we'll have people vote on it for coloring the cover. But as soon as you get me the scan, I'll get it to a few people. Skinny says, let me draw a trading card. I mean, I guess it depends how good it looks. I didn't think you drew. I thought you just wrote. Let's see. 7 to 9 is here. One of our biggest supporters says Jason's a talented artist. Yes, he is. Let's see. Mark Pengrin says, I think it's the other way. He has the money in the bank to print and fulfill, but there was no money for Elliot to have as a page rate to pay himself, so he has to do commissions for bill money. Interesting. Well, oh man, and oh man, now Zeno points out, stop saying, I'm sorry, guys. I say a lot. I'm sorry about that. But no, I don't know. I don't know about their deal, whatever Elliot and Doug had for a deal, but I would think, that they budgeted something. Like I would think that Doug must have paid him something to at least get the pages done that they showed off on the campaign. Sorry to say again. This is all I'm going to think about every time I say Um,
So who ran the campaign? Was it Doug or was it
um,
Elliot who ran the campaign?
no, it was Elliot. It was Elliot. He ran it, but it was like written. It was written by Doug, and he hired Elliot. And well, this is something too. Like during the campaign when it started, I think it was like 48 pages. Then, oh boy, everybody's putting in the chat. It was 48 pages, and then Elliot was like extending it. So like every other day, he's like, oh, I'm adding pages. And I talked to him in private. We had a hangout, and I was like, yo, you should stop adding pages. And I told him, like, don't promise too much. You're like he told me back then, he's like, I think I'm going to start offering like up to 100 pages. And I think it is now like 100 pages, but I told him don't do that. And he was like, well, why not? I'm like, well, first of all, the deadline doesn't move. You add pages. Now you have to do more in that deadline. Second of all, he was hiring a colorist and a letterer. And I told him, like, well, now all their rates go up. You're going to have to pay him for more pages. And I told him just keep it short, and he didn't really listen. He just kept extending it. He has more people to pay, more work to do, and you don't get more money per book either. And I think they charged what they needed for a 48-page book or whatever it was. But now that it's 100 pages, I mean, all their expenses are doubled. Like postage is going to go up. You're going to need to pay people more. It's I don't know. I think it was a dumb decision. I've only extended one of my books once. We extended Stardust a few extra pages from 20 to 28. And I don't think I'm ever going to do a goal like that again, because now you have to hit everything. Those, you have to hit more things on that same deadline. The deadline for your delivery doesn't get extended. I mean, I guess you could explicitly state that if we hit the goal to add this many pages, the delivery date's going to go out to this date. But I've never seen anybody do that. So I just think that there were a bunch of dumb decisions in extending the book.
Well, so that's like a planning type thing, like overextended his expectations, perhaps. I don't know, because I don't know. He seems to be able to draw really fast on stream and really competently, but there is a difference between just drawing a picture and actually doing storytelling. So storytelling takes a lot more thought and just time, because you have to plan it out. There's a lot more that can go wrong on a sequential page than on a commission piece, or a pinup piece.
And I mean, like he did do a campaign before that I backed and I did get, and it was for his black and white art book. But for that, the art was already done. It was I don't know, probably like, I forget how many pages it was. It was really short. It was just a short book that all the work was done. He just had to print it out and ship it, and I got that, and so I mean, he did run a campaign before and fulfilled it, but he's never really done it where the art's not already done, where he has to go through and draw a book. And I think he really just thought it would be a breeze like the other one where all the art was already done. And maybe he just didn't think it totally through. That could be it. Oh man, everybody's making me feel really self-conscious because Dog Boy says and then Randy Siplin says Oh boy. Bullet says check out Superfly Ghost here. Yeah, that's his Twitter. Go check him out. He does really good art. And Bullet's being a great wrench and saying check out Vic on Twitter, and posts Vic's link here. So everybody go check out Vic.
Thanks, Bullet. Thanks.
Yeah, everybody go check out Vic. Are you actually gonna say something or just
I'm just umming you.
Oh boy, I couldn't tell if it was like a joke or not. 30 people in here, guys. Hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you prefer, and share out the link. And let's get some more people in here. Let's get some more people in here as we denounce the cherries, and as we talk about Asile, and as we hail Caesar, and of course we're all Malin militia here. Oh boy, I would love to get Malin on this stream. I would love to get Malin on here. Did you watch his stream? I think it was last night where he went over the entries for the graveyard shift. I forgot what exactly the competition was, but
Oh,
because I just came back to all of this stuff, but I saw him looking to a bunch of entries last night. They had a contest, and a lot of artists submitted some great pieces, and I was actually really upset because I think Jim O'Reilly should have gotten first. Not to take away from the person that did get first, first, second, and third, and all the others. They were all really good artists, but I really thought Jim was gonna take him. I thought he was gonna get first. Vic, like you can't just leave me hanging with that awkward silence.
I'll have to check it out. Check it out. I'll have to check it out.
Okay. And of course, Bullets shilling his Twitter right here, the J Ryan. So everybody go follow Bullet, of course. And if any of you guys are wrenches in my chat, you're allowed to chill really anything you want. You guys could chill it all day if you want. So Bullet, you could really chill whatever you want. And of course, everybody check out the Eternity trilogy right here. I'm at 6 sales for the month, and I would really love to get to 10. So 4 more sales. I have 5 books on Amazon you guys could all get. That link takes you to the trilogy. Let me pull up the link that takes you to all 5 of my books, and let me put it here in the chat. There we go. So this link coming up right here, this will take you to all 5 of my books. So if just one of you buys all 5 of my books, if you didn't already have them, or if you already do, actually, just if somebody buys, all 5 of my books, I'll be at my personal goal. I've sold 6 books on Amazon this month. I would love to sell 4 more and get to 10. So definitely check out my books, you guys. It looks like Vic dipped out of here, so maybe he'll come back. Maybe he accidentally clicked on something while he was looking around on his phone. Now he's back. Hey, Vic.
Hey, I fell out.
All right. But yeah, there were a ton of great submissions for Malin's contest, and I'm really happy for the winners. But can't help but feel that Jim got robbed. Hopefully me and Jim could work on something. I'm gonna hold that thought. Hikaru says you're a hack and you have no principles. Okay. If you really thought I was a hack, how come you didn't say that until now? I'm really curious. Like, how come in the whole history of our interactions, you've never called me a hack before until now? You've actually been pretty kind to me before. So why am I a hack now? Oh boy. But as far as Jim, I would really love to work with Jim. We've thrown around a few scripts before, but nothing we really could like agree on. Like I've sent him some scripts that he wasn't big on, and then we tried to work on one idea he had, and that didn't really pan out. And I've tried to send him some of my scripts, and like we just can't like settle on something. So I don't really know. Like it's like really a challenge, like to write something really good that Jim's really gonna like. I'm like just like I don't know. I don't know what Jim's gonna like. Jim's a little tough to please, I think. he actually wanted to work on Trixie book 2, but that's my and Sean's book. So that's like the one he really wanted. He's like, "Can I do Trixie book 2?" And I'm like, "Well, no, it's me and Sean that own it and that are going to be the ones to do Trixie." And he's like, "Oh man." So I don't know. Maybe I need to do another vampire book and have Jim draw it, but then I'm going to start getting typecast. I mean, Trixie's a vampire book, and Asile, it's about Dracula. If I do one more vampire book, like that's it for me. I'm only going to be allowed to do vampire books.
I know, right? But that's not necessarily a horrible thing, people's whole, actors' whole careers were based on being vampire actors. So
Man, you sound like you're about to fall asleep.
No, 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 not at all.
Oh boy, but we've got hey, isn't that Devon Graham? Um oh boy, he's changed his name again. First he was hey, isn't that Devon Graham? Then he changed it to the Firefly Family Podcast. Now he's back to hey, isn't that Devon Graham? So anybody that got used to calling him the Firefly Family Podcast, now it's back to Devon Graham. Or you could call him Andrew, I suppose. But what's going on, Andrew? He says Nasser is a hack slash fan. That's the only way to associate that word to him. Get it right. Exactly. Hikaru just proving how crazy these people are with how quickly they'll turn on you and over nothing. And Zeno says he got you there, Hikaru. Yeah, like if he always thought I was a hack, like why did he wait until now to call me a hack? Like that just doesn't make sense. So Hikaru, you've got some explaining to do. Oh boy, but I don't know. Decide for yourselves, you guys. Am I a hack? Yes or no? Let me know. And the only way to decide is, of course, if you buy my books. So there's the link to Amazon that'll take you to all 5 of my books. So go check out my books, guys. Buy them all, read them all. Leave some reviews. Let me know if I'm a hack or not. If I am, I mean, I'll accept it. But you guys got to read it first and leave those reviews. Oh boy, people are laughing at Hikaru. I don't know if he's still in here. He hasn't said anything else. Hikaru,
Well,
are you still in here?
Hikaru has a tweet out there, right? That people can go judge if he's a hack or not. I mean, size it up. He kind of put himself out there. So I mean, just saying.
All right. And let me see here. Sorry, I got distracted reading something. 7 of 9 says, yes, you're a hack with a laughing emoji. Bullet says, Nasser, I've always had a strong dislike for you, but you like my art, so I allow our interactions. I can't tell if this is just a joke or if he's being serious right now. Oh, Bullet. All right, guys, here's the link again, because of course that's what I do here is I just continually shill. But you know what? I'm gonna share my screen again. I think Vic just popped out just as soon as I said I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if I should wait for him to come back or not, but I did just want to show off the art again for Asile, just because it's really great, and I'm really happy with how this cover came out, and I just couldn't be happier with the job that Vic's doing. I'm just checking if he's back in yet, and of course he's not. We got to get this guy a computer. That's one of our goals, is to pay him enough so he could get a computer so he could stream from something other than his phone. But I'm really happy with the job he's doing here. He's doing a fantastic job, and I really love this script. This is one of my best scripts I've written, and I really think you guys are going to dig this. I'll stop sharing. We'll see if Vic's going to come back. 33 people in here. Hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you prefer, you guys. Share out the link. And if you guys got anything you guys want to talk about for the last few minutes here, let me know in the chat. We're coming up on 53 minutes here. We'll probably go for another 7 minutes. We'll probably hit an hour and then call it a night. But let me know. In the chat here, you guys, if there's anything you guys want to talk about. If you guys got any questions for me, of course, we denounced the Cherries today. We're fully done with the Cherries, and their 12 retweets, which is the extent of their support, is 12 retweets. Because of course they don't, back books, they don't fund books, they don't help people out. They just give you about, you might get 12 retweets out of them, and that's about it. And let's see. Vic King did my variant cover for Road Warrior Drake. He's a very busy artist. Cool. Who are your favorite writers? H.P. Lovecraft and let me add Vic here. H.P. Lovecraft, Shirley Jackson. Those are probably my top 2. Of course, Stephen King's up there. Ira Levin, William Peter Blatty. Those do those round out the top 5? Now I know there's a couple I'm going to be forgetting. I don't want to call that my top 5, but that's close enough. And Vic, I read this while you were gone, but Elazmat, I hope I said that right, says Vic King did my variant cover for Road Warrior Drake. He's a very busy artist. Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you,
Vicky
Les.
says, "Who are the Cherries?" Well, I mean, I guess they all know who they are. That they're, they're the people that don't buy books that talk up all this hype about backing them, but then they do this stuff. Like, let me share my screen again. But then they do this. Like, let me try and get back into the soy voice. The thing about I'm trying to this is difficult. The thing about Vic King is that he constantly lied about me and others for years. Seeing you both fail as part of CG will be pretty funny. I'll have to check back next year to see how bad it went. As if he's not checking back into this every day. Like this dude and his support, like the extent of the Cherries support is like 12 retweets. Like, thank you very much. But you guys don't back books, you don't fund them. So F Cherry, F the Cherries. To answer your question, Vicky, I mean, they know who they are. I mean, it's not like I got a list of names here in front of me, but all the regulars around Cherry, I guess, all the people that told me, "Oh, leave CG. You don't need CG. You'll get funded without them," and then they just don't back books. Let's see. Vic's phone is likely on fire as we speak. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool one. Have you done an Eldritch or cosmic horror book yet? Well, like, not totally. I mean, my book Stardust is sort of cosmic, but like, I didn't read Lovecraft back then. So, like, I really wish I did though, because it would have been more Lovecraftian. So it is cosmic, but not Lovecraftian. But since reading Lovecraft, I've sort of added like certain elements to my stories that are Lovecraftian, but I haven't really done one that's totally excuse me, haven't done one that's totally like Eldritch or cosmic or Lovecraftian yet, but I really want to. That's something I was actually talking to where do you go? Oh, there he is. To Bullet here. Oh yeah, that's why he says nudge nudge wink wink. I don't know if I could show it, but Bullet here. I was just talking to him about this 2 nights ago, I think. But we were talking about doing something Lovecraftian, and I asked him like, how would you draw a certain Lovecraftian monsters, and he sent me his own design of a Lovecraftian monster that he sketched up real quick, and I was like, dude, that looks really incredible. Like, we could do something with this. Like, first I was asking him, I was just being annoying. I was like, how would you draw like a color that nobody's ever seen before? And then, like the color out of space. And then I was like, how would you draw like a Lovecraftian monster? And then he came back like I don't know, it was like a few minutes later, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a rough sketch," but it looked like really great. Like it wasn't just a rough sketch. Like I think this dude had this in like his back pocket. Like he spent like 5 hours on it, and then he just sent me it like 20 minutes later. Like, oh, I just did this in 20 minutes. It was nothing, but like I there's no way he drew it in just 20 minutes. Like because it looked really well done, and oh man, I'm getting distracted by a couple of the chats here, but yeah, Bullet did a really awesome Lovecraftian sketch, and so possibly we'll do a Lovecraftian book. Maybe I should write something centered on that monster, but it gives me a little anxiety because I'm like, oh boy, it's gonna be really hard to like live up to Lovecraft and do something cosmic. Especially because a lot of people like sort of fall short of it when they try to be Lovecraft or try to be. Oh boy, I got kicked out of my own stream for a second. That was strange. But I was just talking about Lovecraftian things. Bullet saying it was hella rough. That is not true. That is not true at all. um, let's see. Flying Saucer sends a question mark. I don't know what this question is to. Um, hmm. Sorry, guys. I'm just clearing something on my phone real quick. Anyways, guys, this pretty much brings us to the end of the stream in like just a minute here. So we're about to close this thing out in just a minute. Bullet says even the stream wants to kick Nasser. But yeah, we've got less than a minute here. So I'm going to post the link again for my books here in the chat. Vic, do you want to say anything in closing here? Vic, you with me? Vic, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Like, what's going on with Vic? Vic, you there? Oh wait, I think he's muted.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you've kicked me twice and muted me.
I didn't kick you. You kicked yourself. You muted yourself.
I,
Yeah, people are saying like what's going on? Like passed out drunk and you're sleeping. Like, yeah, I thought maybe like it was me that was a problem, but no, everyone says they could hear me. It was you were muted. I didn't realize.
I didn't even realize either because I didn't hit the mute button when I came in the studio, so I don't know. Really weird, really weird.
All right, guys, but that's the 1 hour mark. And Vic, you got anything to shill? Anything you want to say in closing here?
Just yeah, I'm going to try and get that art to Nasser tomorrow night, and just be looking for him to post it up, and then shortly thereafter, we'll bounce some things around and come up with a launch date to announce to you guys. So stick with us. This is going to be a really nice book. You guys are really going to love it. Lots of fun, exaggerated horror suspense type elements. It's just visually, it's story wise, it's great. I can't give away too much on the story, but what I'll say on the visuals is that there's a lot of, if you like goth and goth aesthetic, and you like horror and especially like vampire and old Hollywood, this is the comic book for you. You're really gonna dig it.
Definitely. You guys are all going to love Asile. And with that, stream's over, guys. So here's the link again for my books on Amazon. Go check them out and have a great night. Peace.